Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Hometown Musician Spotlight. It's a Sunday Fun Day edition. We're coming to you from the Time Out Pub here in Cedar Lake, Indiana. It is my pleasure to have as my guests Gloria Rivera, Jeremy Smolen, and Ibrahim Yeldash, otherwise known as Ibby Ibby to your friends on Facebook. But thanks for being with me, folks. Appreciate it. Right, the music's been sounding great so far. We're here at halftime, but so let's get to know you, Gloria. Where were you born? Where did you grow up?
I was born in Chicago, Indiana, summer regional, and being able to visit in the region and meet lots of people and make lots of friends has been really rewarding.
For sure. Yeah, and then what was it like growing up in your household as a kid? Was there music in your household? How did you first kind of catch your singing bug?
Well, I'm now the oldest of 11, but when I was younger, it was just my mom, dad, brother, and my mom and dad were always singing. And my mom, she would actually sing with me and coach me because I would sing at school or church. And I guess, she kind of had faith that I was capable.
Yeah.
And she worked me through her favorite songs, Whitney Houston, Gloria Stefan, a lot of 70s R&B
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Basic.
Gotta love those harmonies, those voices. Yeah. So your collaborator, many gigs is Jeremy Smolen. Jeremy, where were you born? Where'd you grow up?
I was born east in Chicago also.
All right.
I know we had that in common. And then I grew up in Munster. And in my household, it was my mom liked the Beatles and my aunts liked Elvis. So it was the constant Beatles-Elvis argument going on there in the house. And there's always music going on, like that. No one else really played. My aunt played the organ. I told you about that.
Yeah.
She's famous for her polka music. And but other than that, I'm the only person in my family that plays.
Yeah. What instrument was your first instrument?
A cello. I played cello first.
Okay.
Which was the orchestra when I was in third grade.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you own a cello now still? Is that something you still aspire to
I
play?
aspire to have one again someday.
Yes.
I had to sell it years ago to buy my first bass.
Okay.
And I was in needed a bass player, and we needed a bass.
Yeah.
So I sold my cello to buy a bass.
Okay.
Joined my first band.
Yeah. Hey, Ibby.
Hey, how's
How
it
about
going?
you? How you doing, brother? So where were you born? Where'd you grow up?
Well, actually, I was hospital-wise. I was born in East Chicago, so I can say that in
yeah.
St. Catharines. But
Everybody was.
yeah. But yeah, I grew up in the hospital part of Hammond.
Which is a hotbed of musicians. I mean, so many
Yes.
great musicians, countless.
There are a lot of original bands that were popping up around that time. They used to play at that stage in front of Little Red Schoolhouse, and then just like various skating rinks and other places. There were a lot of good original bands out there.
Mm-hmm. So what was your first instrument?
My first instrument was the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
My older brother played the guitar, so I started learning some just basic chords, things like that. And then later on in middle school, I remember I used to get a hall pass to use the bathroom, but instead I would go into the band room and play the piano over there. So
Yeah.
I loved playing the piano.
Yeah.
Also.
So Gloria, a little bit back to your early days. Do you remember a time, maybe a performance where you first sang live in front of people, where you felt that kind of energy? I know I get butterflies, but do you remember a specific date and time where, like, man?
The one that sticks with me the most, and it's special to me, is I was 8 years old and I sang on E3 Sunday school.
Mhm.
I think often about how somebody would hold me back then, or even I would be considered in would say.
Yes.
And when I started to, I was staying for a long time. I played for 6 years, I played piano for 6 years. But
Yeah.
be doing this with like
Yes. Well, you are reaching some amazing little heights there. You're singing the national anthem at various events, and your voice really, I don't even know if it says, when I say booms, there's even better word for that, but how exciting is it when you get to sing the national anthem in front of the whole stadium at Sox Park?
Well, as a teacher also, an elementary teacher, it's super important to me. I feel it's that good job. And I just appreciate that. Well,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
that are beautiful. So it's kind of the opportunity to share that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I saw Jeremy and Gloria about a year and a half ago at our bar, just a wonderful compliment to each other. And whatever it is, there's chemistry, there's all that stuff. So I have to say that it's just a pleasure to sit here and talk to you. And Ibby, you're here today. Is this your first collaboration with Gloria and Jeremy?
No, actually, didn't I play bass on some of your gigs?
You've done a few for so it is.
And so you're working percussion today and also some guitar. So you're adding a little extra flavor, and I'm pretty glad.
Sweating, don't forget about the sweating.
It is a very warm day out here, no doubt. The beers are tasting great.
And he offered to carry all the equipment out. It's really nice of you, man. I can't believe you did that.
Isn't it one of the benefits of being a singer? You don't have to carry much equipment or whatever. But being a female, you get the band members to help you out.
She got to be the only one that calls and says, I'm going to bring the PA tonight. I'm like,
yeah. So
That's not your
so as you individually kind of look at your musical ladder of life, what's the next rung that each one of you might be reaching for next in your musical journey?
I'd like to focus a lot more on my original compositions.
Mm-hmm.
A couple years ago, I won the singer-songwriter competition they had at Sweetwater. So then I went over there and then they re-recorded the song. So I'd like to do more of that.
Okay.
For sure.
Cool.
I'd like to retire, spend more time on vacation, and get ready for our next career in Vegas. Once these kids get old enough.
We need a residency, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nick and Gloria will be out in Vegas. You can
Yeah.
assist there.
Yeah. We talked a little bit earlier, Gloria. I know one of your dreams would be to sing the national anthem Wrigley Field. You must be a big Cubs fan.
Oh yeah, that'd be excellent. I can't wait. And I did actually, because I'm doing, since we're going to time out, see since one mentioned the Cedar Lake Ministries, and I did 4 songs this summer too, because I did it last year. And people were just happy at home.
Yeah.
So this is really nice to hear. So the kids in the Avenue, he working with me, I was bringing some of those notes. So
Yeah.
hopefully here's the good. Yeah.
Yep. And like Gloria mentioned, by the way, we're coming to you from the Time Out Pub in Cedar Lake, which is a supporter of local music. You can find live music here every weekend, and very comfortable place. You feel like you're in your own backyard, sitting watching music. But so another question I kind of like to ask, which is kind of like a fun question, is if you could switch places with another musician or singer, or sit in with a specific band, whether the band is past or present, is there any situation you'd like to be in?
Yeah, I'd like to switch places with Steve Hackett because he's an excellent musician.
Yes.
He not only can shred, but he's also an excellent classical guitarist. So he really has the best of both worlds. I feel that he can encompass brilliantly a lot of different genres of music, because you usually have a person who can shred but really doesn't do too much, on the classical side, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of melody in his playing, for sure.
I just want to play the blues. I'd love to be in a blues band someday. So if there's any blues musicians out there that want to have a guitar player, please call me up.
Jeremy,
I'd love to be in a blues band someday.
There's a plethora of blues players out here. I think blues is going to outlast rock and roll. Forgive me for saying that, Lord, but there's just something to say about that. But
don't know that they can sing. They don't need a second guitar player. They're like,
Yeah.
I already got that covered,
yes.
It's all about stretching that dollar in a blues
Yeah.
band, I guess.
Yeah. And the last kind of fun hypothetical question would be, if you could play any room in the world, past or present? Is there one place where you aspire to say, man, I would just love to be on that stage?
For me, I'd like to do maybe the Great Wall in China, maybe some natural amphitheaters like in Europe somewhere, Rome, Pompeii, just different areas like that. Maybe Red Rocks.
Yeah, it's funny. Somebody said the Colosseum a couple interviews ago. I thought, wow, that was pretty crazy. Yeah.
The Great Pyramids.
Sounds dangerous. Yeah. Where do you want to go, Gloria?
I want a national anthem at the Super Bowl.
Oh,
With all the levels that go.
Yeah. Would that be cool? I want to be there. Give me a ticket if you make it there.
You're in.
All right.
I'll go to Wisconsin. Pine Valley's my place. Just, there ain't gotta be anybody there. Just be like a sound check.
Yeah.
I just want a sound check there.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, I got to tell you, you guys are sounding great out there. I can't wait till we get back out there, hear some more music, and have some more drinks. And I really want to thank all three of you for joining me today on this Sunday Fun Day edition. And before we go, Gloria, are there any dates that you would like to highlight in your upcoming summer schedule that our audience should know about?
Absolutely. Often there's also at Bar and Grill. So if you tune into our Facebook, Mine or Jeremy, you'll see those events. And then next weekend in Wakefield will be an Alpha Retail anniversary party for some gentlemen. And then the 21st, WB Steakhouse in Wakefield also. That's the big anniversary party. They have gifts. It's happening and they want a lot of people.
Sounds great. All right. Well, that is going to wrap it up for this edition of the Hometown Musician Spotlight. And until next time, peace, everybody.